dear ladies. Today we're gonna start a new topic. It's very important when you are doing the eyelash extension is styling, because you know with our hands, with the tweezers and with the eyelashes only, we can change the face at all. We can change the lifestyle, we can change the look and anything. I'll give you a few effects which is basic, which you can use like for any eyes, because you are the beginner. I know that now you're not gonna build like a complicated scheme. You can just start from the simple one, but you need to follow some rules anyways. There are three basic effects which you can use. First of all is the cat eye. It's when you put the longer eyelashes on the out corner and you go from the longer one to the shorter one in the inner corner. And this one is for the round eyes mostly. It's for the eyes which is situated closer to each other, because this effect makes eyes a little bit far from each other, like it visually looks like that. And also it makes eyes a little bit more close, especially if we are using smooth curl like C or CC. Next one is the fox. It's a little bit different because you start not from the longer from out corner, you start from the shorter one, then you go to longer and then go to shorter back. This looks like more natural, because our natural eyelashes, they grow like that always. They go from shorter to longer in the middle. This one you can use like for the normal eyes, or for example when you are not sure what to do and your client just asks you to make her beautiful. And the last one is the most popular one, I think, is the doll eyes, where you put the biggest length in the middle and you start from shorter one in the corners. This one, it makes eyes more open. It fits very good for the Asian eyes, or client think that its eyes too small. You can make it bigger with the eyelashes. You can make it bigger with the doll effect. After your client come to the appointment, first of all, you have to see at the face and realize which kind of eyes is there. First of all, you need to look like this from this angle and see how the eyelashes grow, because sometimes the eyelashes can grow straight. This is normally, sometimes they can grow down, or sometimes they can be curly and grow up. When they grow down, of course, you need to use the more stronger curl, because if you're gonna use more smooth curl, it's gonna be like the eyes gonna be like literally closed. So for the lashes which grows down, we use bigger curl. For the eyelashes which grow up, you use more smooth curl, because even smooth curl like C gonna looks like D with the lashes which grow up. If it's the straight lashes or the lashes which is a little bit grow up, you can use any curl. But remember, for that one who grows down, never use straight curl like B or something. This is gonna be a mistake, and even L curl and M curl is gonna be the mistake also. For this one, I say you to prefer D curl. Also, you have to see how eyes situated on the face like that. If the eyes is far from each other, like wide situated, you need to use effects, like you go closer to doll effects. You don't need to put bigger lengths here, because it makes eyes visually far from each other. And especially if the nose is wide, it's gonna make it even more wider. So if you see that the eyes is wide situated, you're just use the doll effect, and you use the more longer lengths in the inner corner also, so it's gonna make it a little bit close. Also, if it's Asian eyes, you need to remember that when this type of eye is open, the length of out corner is gonna be much more longer than you expected, because the eye line is straight. So if you are doing the Asian eye, if you are doing lashes for the Asian girl, you need to remember it and start always from the shorter length. Never start, even if you are doing the cat eye, you don't need to start from the big length, because when she will open eyes, you will see that it's like it's too much long. But when you are working with the Asian eyes, or with the eyes where the eyelid is too big, you need to use you need to add a little bit more length. For example, if normally it's supposed to be like the maximum is supposed to be 11, you can use 12 or 13 easily, even if in the corners you can use more bigger lengths, but you should see first if this is in case if the eyelid is laying down on the eyelashes, and don't let them to be visible. If the eyes situated close to each other and there is small, like normally when they situated close to each other, they situated deep, for example, like mine, you can make it more out, like you can make it more bigger. For this kind of eye situated, it's better to use the cat eyes instead, because it's gonna make them more bigger, it's gonna make this corner a little bit more up. So it's gonna be more balanced, and the eye line is gonna be like that. Also, if the eyes is small and deep situated, you use the bigger lengths. You can even use 14 or something like that. It's gonna help the eyes. It's gonna help the whole look, like to take eyes a little bit out. For this also you're better use the more smooth curl, because if the eye situated really deep, you're gonna use the curl like D. It can be border here or somewhere else, so you need to make sure that the eyelashes it fits for the eyelid. If the eye is situated normally, like it's not really far or not really close to each other, you can try any effect. For this you can be free and try different styles. If the eyes are prominent or too big, for example, like too big for the face, you have to close them a little bit with the shadow of eyelashes. For this one, you take not very big lengths, because eyes is already out, so it's gonna make them even more visible. So you are using the smooth curl and not really big lengths, or you can use the curl, for example, but the maximum length supposed to be like 10, 11. It's gonna be accordingly on other face characteristics also. Like when the eyes is deep situated, I already told you before, like it's the same with the eyes is close to each other. If the eyes is deep situated, you can use more stronger curl and bigger lengths, for example, also to hide the eyelid, to hide this big heavy eyelid which is on top of them. The whole look gonna be more fresh, and this way you also can hide the aging eyelid also, because sometimes when some clients which their eyelid is like too soft already with age or something like that, you can also don't put you to the plastic surgery clinic. You can just make the proper extension with the proper curl for her, and she will be satisfied and happy for the 1 month at least. Before you start to do the extension, you need to build the scheme. Even though you are the beginner and you are just start and you're gonna work only in 2 or 3 lengths, you need to make a scheme anyways, because you see, I will show you how to make a scheme at all. You take a permanent pen, something like that, which is gonna be good for a patch, and you just put scheme here. For example, you're gonna work in the 3 lengths. You're gonna do a doll eye, so you're gonna make a border here, for example, and here. This one is gonna be like, okay, let's put one here and one here. You see, it's almost same. The distance here is almost same. So you're gonna use, like, for example, you can use these places. It's gonna be the border where you changing the length. For example, you start from 8, so here is gonna be 9, here is gonna be 10, 9 and 8 back, because it's a doll eye. It works like that. Sometimes these black spots, they can bother you, so for you, you can put it like here a little bit far. So you will be able to see why it's very important, because from this one you can remove it then, and you can make the same one here. Because you know, sometimes when the eyes is closed, everything looks very clear, but face of clients is different. Sometimes it's have asymmetry or something. So when the eye is gonna be open, sometimes it can be look very different. So not to pass, for example, if you even gonna pass here like 2 millimeters, the effect's gonna change, and this eye gonna be open, like an open eye. This eye gonna be cat, like a little bit closed, so you can make this asymmetry even more bigger. I showed you before that you need to put a direction also. This one I think you need only when you just start the extension, so you can see how you're gonna put the lashes, like how you're gonna the tips of eyelashes, how it's supposed to be heading on. This one also, and these borders also you better do, because I show you how it looks, because you see here now you can see where is the borders and how you're supposed to apply eyelashes. See, now I will remove the patch. It's impossible now to remember where was the borders and how this eye is supposed to be placed, how it's supposed to be mapping and anything. Normally I advise you to put, sometimes I see people, they advise to put, like, you need to put lengths, like for example 10, 11, but I think as more information you have on your patch, so it's more bothering you. So my advice is to make some borders for lengths, and that's it. It's gonna be more than enough for you to create the perfect extension. And then you see, like, you can remove this one. For example, you don't apply it yet. You can take this one and you can see, like, you can make from here to here, so your both eyes gonna be same.